So if I told you that Chevy sells half as many trucks as Ford and has twice as many recalls, would you consider switching?
No.
No, so there's nothing. There's literally nothing Ford could ever do to win your love. There's nothing. If the interior was better, there's just zero. You're Chevy, and if Chevy put out a piece of shit vehicle that you knew was not going to be reliable, there's no, your loyalty runs that deep. The Bears have trained you well.
And the way I look at it, you can either be cool while you're driving your Chevy half the time when it's not in the shop, or you can be cool none of the time driving your Ford.
The goal of this is to talk business with my wife and or try to get brand deals that you want versus the ones that volunteer.
Why are you laughing?
Because I feel like such a I feel like such like an abject loser because I've been trying for 3 years to get you to intentionally go find deals that you want, and we're still getting chairs shipped to us, and like I can't.
Those are nice chairs.
They are, but I've been like, I don't know. I'm such a cheap butt. I need shoes. I don't have any shoes. I wanted you to do the research on my boots. I just had to buy boots. I did my own, so we're gonna do hiking boots today. But you don't remember what we talked about last time?
No.
Not even nothing.
On this call, I don't think we've ever done a call like this.
Oh my gosh, dude! You don't remember that?
Clearly you don't either, because you're not like giving me anything to jog my memory.
I'm trying to pull up my recap because unlike some of us, I was very intentional with this, and I had an explicit intent that I wanted to go discover after the call. So that it has a blue logo. We talked about that. You don't remember this at all. You overtly used the G word on.
Trucks. Yeah, you're right. We did talk about this.
And so my question to you, upon further reflection, which you've done none of, which you've given it no consideration, have you come up with any more data-driven analytics for how you might want to support your official manufacturer, or there's no more consideration,
in the truck space is what you mean?
Vehicles, yeah. Like, I'm trying to find the data. I went and did some data research. Like, so if I told you that, this is so dumb. Chat, my cloud is bothering me. So if I told you that Chevy sells half as many trucks as Ford and has twice as many recalls, would you consider switching?
No.
For real. That's an honest
Tell me it
statement,
again. It would.
So we're trying to figure out what's the best truck manufacturer. So Ford, I'm going to give you a hypothetical. They sell twice as many trucks and they have half as many recalls. So Chevy sells half the trucks and has twice the recalls. Would you consider buying something with a semi not masculine emblem?
No.
No, so there's nothing. There's literally nothing Ford could ever do to win your love. There's nothing. If the interior was better, there's just zero. You're Chevy, and if Chevy put out a piece of shit vehicle that you knew was not going to be reliable, there's no, your loyalty runs that deep. The Bears have trained you well.
And the way I look at it is you can either be cool while you're driving your Chevy half the time when it's not in the shop, or you can be cool none of the time driving your Ford. And Chevy agrees.
All right, and then Ram. If it was Ram, if it was flipped, is there nothing? I'm wondering if you're repelled by Ford or you're just going to do anything for Chevy.
Yeah, I'm mostly repelled by Ford, I'll be honest.
So if we were considering a Ram,
Ram is better.
So now let's to Ram to Chevy. So let's say Ram's got a nicer interior, a nicer ride, a color that I want and you kind of like that Chevy doesn't have, and Chevy has sold 10% more vehicles but has twice as many recalls. Would we buy a Ram?
No, because I just think that everyone has problems. I think that you could get a dud Ram or a dud Ford and get a great Chevy, and none of this applies to you. I'm willing to roll the dice.
So statistics don't matter to you. It's no matter. So
No.
there's double a liklikelihood of a
I mean,
recall or warranty issue
50%
with
of
a Chevy.
marriages fail. Would you still get married?
I was asking earlier if you wanted to get into the marriage stuff. Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah, 50% of marriages fail. Would you
I mean,
would you
hindsight's
still get
2020.
married?
I don't know. You know that old saying, "Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to." You know what I mean? I would do it every time. I'm the luckiest man in the whole country. So you're buying Chevy no
Why
matter what.
didn't you
The
say
good
the
news.
world?
What did I say?
The country.
Well, I kind of got a thing for Spaniards,
I was
Spanish
gonna say
women.
you
Can I
got
do it?
some Brazilian. You're just keeping options open.
I only got eyes for you, sweetheart. What I'm really annoyed about is I can't find it on Claude, but the good news is Chevy GMC statistically is the most reliable based on the research that I found. So there was no dispute to be had, which is really interesting because I figured it might not be them. But Ford does sell only slightly more vehicles than Chevy GMC. But anyway, I'm going to have somebody on here then. You're going to have
Ford
to
is
atone
just
for your...
soft. You know what? I'm sorry. If they, you know what? I could actually no, I couldn't be swayed. But they should really rethink their little cursive-y logo. It's just
But there's...
it
I
just
see,
doesn't
this...
say like I'm a rough and tumble truck. You know what I mean?
It's heritage, though. It's been the same way since the beginning, and that's a lot of longevity in that logo. And it's okay if you think it's. We're just gonna say it. You said you used it last time. You think it's gay. You said it last time, but like it has a heritage. It's been gay since the beginning. So you're just a bow tie gal.
I'm a loyalist, man.
Did you get a bow tie gal tattoo?
I
I
have
just
no
Chevy runs
tattoos,
deep.
probably not, but
What would be your first tattoo?
I guess a Chevy.
All right, so
It's just a bow tie tramp
now
stamp.
So we talked about it. We were going to try to do fishing gear. We need to get you a gun. We've got all these things. So this is going to be the commercial demonstration of a pretend businessman, me, and a high fleeting
And a
celebrity,
pretend
you.
influencer.
What? No, I think you're for real, dude. I think we can give you for... What do you mean pretend? What are you talking about? The only thing you pretend to do is be authentic. Because remember our first one? You didn't let us air it. I'm Lauren and I'm authentic, but let me edit my life.
Well, I
All
have
right.
to edit you out of it.
That's why you haven't changed my name, your name, to my name.
Do you want to take mine?
No, that would be Blue Ford. All right, so I need work boots. I need
That's what we're
hiking
gonna
boots.
start
I need
saying
shoes.
now. That's so
What?
Ford. We're gonna be like, that's Ford.
Yeah, we're gonna make that a thing.
Yeah.
What's your buddy Kyle? Kyle's gonna have. I think he's a Ford guy. What's his? The Bears guy. This is Kyle Long. Isn't Kyle Long the video gamer? He's a video gamer and a
Yeah.
Ford guy.
Is he Ford? I don't know. It's been a long time.
Pretty sure he's a Ford guy. So I need shoes. I was hoping that we could get a deal with Crocs. I was hoping that you were going to find me, like, should we get Mucks? But I need hiking boots. So my curiosity is, if I were to say, Lauren, can you buy me hiking boots? What does the research look like? Take me through the sequence of, we understand that vehicle buying. Oh, actually, no, back to vehicle buying. Is it just because the dog's name is Chevy? Is it just because I'm a Chevy guy? How did you come to be such a loyal? Is it because you're tied in with Chevy Drive Chicago? If you can, rewind the clock back to college when you're not a loyalist of any type. Where do you think this deep in your veins, where does it come from? Because you're more anti-Ford than I ever was.
Because you drove a Chevy. We used to drive up to the lakes in your black Chevy with your
So it's
dog
been since
Chevy.
you hated my dog in the beginning. He's your dog now, but is that really it? Is it back to high school? The like OG truck, the one I got in college, the first Chevy. It's the only
Yeah.
Chevy I've actually owned. I've always been GMC on accident. No, that's not true. Never mind. No, that's a lie. I've had 3 Chevys. I go through them like shoes, Laura.
Yeah, I mean, I just knew when I was introduced to the truck world by you and Nick, and that was just like the men in my life drove Chevys.
That's fantastic. I so want to know how, if you're weird or this is normal for women or if this is just totally, I'm sure, I just want to know what other people, how this works for other people.
I bet people probably just have their things. In all seriousness, it was like, that was like, I don't know, that was just the thing that symbolized you. I don't know.
So are you a cat or a John Deere girl, or do you have an opinion?
Well, I have to go cat because of Lewis.
Because Lewis wears Caterpillar pajamas.
Yeah, because his aunt works for them. So we're a cat family.
His aunt works for them.
Yeah. How do you think he
Do you know they're
gets
moving out of? Do you know they're moving?
endless?
You know they're moving out of Illinois to Texas because the government sucks, just like the Bears.
Really? I didn't know that.
All
Hmm.
right. Business casual with Laura. You know what's else is funny is that I'm spitting into a cup. What do you think about me spitting into a cup on a recorded call?
Well, seeing as this is your call and everything you envision for this, it's fine. It's up to your creative discrepancy. How do I
Tell
feel
the
about
story.
it though? I feel like it is like drinking a beer or smoking a cigarette on a professional work call. So
All
we
right,
have
let's talk
determined
about
that
it.
when Kevin is on my meetings with my people representing me, he will not be dipping.
At the last meeting I had, I asked it because of your feedback, as I sabotaged our first collaborative meeting with my spitting. I asked if it was okay. The last professional I dealt with, and he said, "Dude, I don't. Nobody cares about that." I was like, "Well, my wife
Was
does."
it in the construction world?
No, he is a marketing professional. All right, so hiking boots. I need to buy hiking boots. What are we buying and why? Take me through. Take me on a ride.
You wanted to know how I do it, right?
I want to know what yeah. If Lauren
So
was buying
first
Kevin,
I went to ChatGPT and they didn't give me a lot of great stuff.
so chat was useless, and then what?
So then I go to what do the fancy people in my life, what brands do they wear? So my brother wears Danners, also endorsed by Will Sotilla. So I'm automatically like Danners, really good. They can also be sort of, I think they're fashionable too, but I think they're like one of the best overall boots. They are work boots. Their slogan, made to last. You love to see it.
So we're doing Danners. Is that our pick? Because your brother said so.
Is that looks exactly like what you just got.
Yeah, but we're talking. I want to talk hiking boots because I think those are different than work boots.
Oh, they have hiking boots. That's what I'm saying. They have,
So you do both. You get the same. You get the same boot. You get it from a hiking boot and a construction boot. Work boots.
well, hang on. I go to their I go to their I go to I go to like their Gore-Tex model, things like that. Like their hiking boots. So then what I do, so I'm like a Danner, right? So I go to they show up like on REI's website. So okay, so like here's the um like this is probably if I was just buying you a boot quick and dirty, this is what I would get you. Gore-Tex, Danners, $250, top rated. They're true. I think they are like the top brand. But I'll do one step further. So now I'm on REI with the Danner boots, and then I would go to like similar, which takes you got your Columbias and your North Face, things like that, which I feel like are not, they've kind of like ran their course, you know. But for shopping's sake, I would go to men's hiking boots in REI and just peruse and see like what else they have. So right after Danner is Salomon. And I know we like Salomon shoes. I personally love my Merrell hiking boots. I don't know. I assume Merrell, I mean, I'm sure they make men's. Yeah. So the third one is then Merrell's. So right now you got your Danners at 250, your Salomon's at 190, and your Merrell's at 170. And those are like really the top three brands that I'm going with. You get down into the cheaper stuff, and it's like Keen has one, Timberlands, which I just think of more like work boots, but they've been around for a long time. And anything else, I'm just going like would be specialized and just like not you. So like Hoka has a hiking boot. That's weird. So right now you got Danner is kind of a mix. You got Salomon's, which are more sporty, and then Merrell's, which are the or less expensive option, and they're kind of a mix between the two. But knowing you and what you're all about, I'm probably still gonna do the Danners.
So Does it matter that they're American made or not?
If I knew a brand was and they were American made, I would choose the second one over the first one. If Salomon was like, oh, we're all American made and Danner's not, I would probably choose the Salomon
What if there
one.
was a 15-year-old startup, look up LEMS, that was started in America that make ultra lightweight hiking boots and they're not in REI?
Would I buy them?
Yeah, look up LEMS. Brian said to buy LEMS.
LEMS?
So Salomon is a French company. Danners are American. I can't tell.
And why do we like LEMS?
Brian said those are the ones to get.
Simply out of
They're minimalist. So Danners are rugged and you don't like LEMS.
You know what that looks like.
Furred. So you're not a LEMS fan. Now, if we send this to LEMS,
I mean,
and
it's
LEMS
just
wants
if I'm looking for hiking boots, I'm just like, that doesn't look waterproof to me. I could be wrong, but
you picked up on it. They're not as waterproof as Danners.
they look like Converse.
What if they're half the price?
Well, you're gonna have to buy them twice as. I mean, you're just gonna have to buy more because they're gonna get wet.
Yeah, okay. All right. So you're ranking them. If you rank them, we've got
I think
LEMS.
it depends on what you want too. If LEMS are probably good for hiking around a forest preserve in Illinois, I wouldn't think that they would like. If you're looking and for you like stomping around out here, I don't think that. I think I would go more rugged, but I don't know. What do I know?
So what? So we got Merrell, Salomon, LEMS, Danner. How do you rank them?
Danner, Salomon, Merrell, LEMS.
And then if any of them wanted to support your show or sponsor this segment or send us shoes, would we be swayed by any of them, or we would only want to be sponsored by your top two?
No, I would be willing to try. I think that's the beauty of getting, like, it is a nice perk to be able to get free stuff to try it out, because then you would know that how the quality actually is and be able to actually say how it is with an honest review.
Okay, so now let's say, so Danner's your favorites, LEMS is your least, but it's loose, right? You're not critical. We're just not so sure. You buy Danner's. Let's say they both send them to you, right? So hypothetically, they both send them to you, but now, and we're not going to pick a dollar amount, but LEMS is interested in sponsoring the Out Route or the Lauren LEH Enterprises and or this segment. What do you do? So Danner's the better boot. You like that boot better, but you've got a brand deal with LEMS. How do you treat that? This is what I'm most interested in.
Oh, I can be bought.
Are you saying that because you know that we're going to send this to them, or is this is true?
No,
So
I
you
think
would have
that
no
anybody who says that they can't, and anybody who's like, has sponsors and stuff, you would have to feel truly unaligned with a brand to say no. I'm taking the check.
Okay, so back up. This doesn't air. Ford wants to give you like a title deal, but you got to drive a Ford and I got to drive a Ford. What are we doing?
We're going to Chevy and we're saying, listen, pay up.
So is there certain things that it's only when you have a loyal brand that you care about, or is it certain?
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's certain things that I would, that I like, companies that I like how they're run and all of that. And you're going to ask me to name them and I'm going to have to come up with it, but I wouldn't endorse another fence company. Mm-mm.
Well, if somebody's better than us, we would have to, but I don't think anybody is. Never.
And I wouldn't take money from them either. That's just like the Ford thing. You have certain loyalties. That's kind of, I wouldn't, and this has nothing to do with I wouldn't do a deal with the Green Bay Packers. Even if the Bears piss me off and drop me, like, I wouldn't do that.
So you
just have certain things you're loyal about.
Okay, but when you say there's companies, forget the Bears, the fence company, obviously, but what are the other ones? That Lauren is like, I adore this company and I would never cross them. You couldn't buy me. We understand that Chevy's got you wrapped up. What else? Are there others?
I know there's others, but I'm not sure what they are.
You can't think of one?
No, it's interesting. Like the Erin Andrews brand has always been like really good to me. And so when I endorse another like sports clothing line, I feel guilty about it. I still do it, but I feel guilty about it.
Erin Andrews clothing. Okay, what else do you pledge allegiance to?
The flag.
We do that at Search and Rescue. Does Erin Andrews make male clothing?
No.
All right, so we got Erin Andrews and Chevy. What else?
I wasn't prepared for this part of the conversation.
All right, you have homework. You have homework. You have homework for the next segment. I want to know who you're loyal to and why. What companies does Lauren? And so we've figured out that you're never switching teams for car brands. We've got
Gummy
your top.
bears. Albanese.
Oh yeah, we should have. Yeah, I mean, I that's one I won't.
Doesn't
If there was a
matter.
better gummy, I would eat it, but I don't think there's a better gummy than Albanese.
Also, I've tried a lot of different root beers and knockoff root beers, and the Olipop seems to do it the best.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, those are so good.
Also,
Olipop.
Spindrift, I'm loyal to. Well, that's not true. I done Waterloo deals. In terms of buying it, though, I will only buy Waterloo and Spindrift. Spindrift is because of it's all natural.
Spindrift Chevy girl. All right, so then you don't know this, but hold on. We've got a list of things that we need to buy, and you owe me some research. So we've got a list of, I think, 10, 11. So we need to get you fly fishing gear. We need to get you handlebars. We need to get you graphics. We need to get you a quiver. Hiking boots we did. We need a pizza oven. We need studio stuff. We'll leave your truck alone. We need to get you a gun. And I put hiking boots twice. So it's actually a 9-item list. Which one do you want to tackle next time? What are we getting into next?
The fly fishing gear. The season is upon us.
All right. So you're going to do some research and you're going to tell me which fly fishing gear company you want to be represented by, eh?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the gun, dude? We got to get you in a gun. Are you ready to go shoot? Do you know which company which bow you're loyal to? You've been shooting your bow a little bit more?
Hoyt.
I'm surprised you knew that.
I'm an outdoorsy gal.
Are you, though?
Of course I know Hoyt. Everybody knows Hoyt.
We're a Matthews household, babe.
Shit.
Well, yours is a Hoyt, though.
Oh, good.
All right, thanks for coming for Business Casual. This is going to be fun. Just so you know, there's going to be some surprises in some of these segments that is going to catch you off guard one day. I just want you to be forewarned.
Free stuff?
Maybe. TBD.
Okay. Hey, thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for being here. Who do we need to help us set up our studio? Why don't we put a shameless plug in? What do we need? What do we need to get the studio finished?
Probably some cameras. That's about it.
We've got the mics.
Mic stands. Probably need a stand.
Is that all we need is cameras and the studio's up? I feel like we need to finish the studio.
Pretty much. I'll take a look tomorrow. I'll go over and do a demo.
All right, sweetheart. Well, I'm going to go walk over to the main house and go watch some TV with you now that we have wrapped up this 3rd episode of Business Casual with Lauren. Thanks for tuning in, Laura. I don't know why I said that. Thanks for participating, Laura.
Thanks for having me. I brought my watch and you didn't even care.
Oh, part 2. Yeah, so you got your first, not your first. So what is it? Let's say the name.
I got to get it all packed in here. Okay, ready? Do an intro.
Introducing Lauren's first watch deal. Who's it by?
Luminox.
And it's a Swiss company.
And it's a Navy SEAL dive watch. Oh, you can't really see. Oh, you can kind of see. Search and rescue for my search and rescue guy. Now, the interesting thing about this is that I have only ever had a Fitbit. Rich. I'm not sure that this is going to be my look. I look like I should coach third base in the local.
Well, you were a catcher in high school.
But this is what
so do we know yet why that watch is as expensive as Garmin? It doesn't do nearly as much as the Garmin does. Do we know?
We're gonna have to do some research on that one.
So we don't know what that watch does.
I'll tell you. Hang on. Crafted for elite warriors like myself. Okay. This is... So it's stainless steel unidirectional bezel for increased durability and a sleek modern look. So it's 200-meter water resistance, unrivaled durability, and
What is it called? A Luminox?
Luminox, Luminox.
What model?
The Navy SEAL. I think it's the Navy SEAL original 3001 heritage. No, sorry. I am confused because it's got this triangle thing here that I'm like not seeing. A Navy SEAL 4230. So featuring 16 light tubes in iconic green and orange, the watch guarantees constant visibility for up to 25 years in any environment. Screw-in stainless steel case back engraved with Navy SEAL's logo alongside a powerful design that includes the American Eagle, a naval anchor, and the Luminox logo. Black rubber strap, water resistant up to 200 meters. This watch is the ultimate tool in the harshest terrains and land or water.
So I think I figured out the difference. I don't want to say so the Luminox is a 4 year. You go 4 years before it needs a charge. So it's like got a 50-month lead. And then it's not trying to be a smartwatch. It doesn't have any of the features. So the Garmin is like having a computer on your wrist. The Luminox is like a bulletproof time teller. I can't lie. I wish I was more about the Luminox, but dude, the amount of stuff I can track on my watch is crazy. So that brings me to this. Okay, so they've given you a deal. You owe them to gas them up. How do you do it? What are you going to do?
Well, I need to figure out all the features. So the dive part is, I don't know what all the turntables and stuff do on the top of it.
So we need to get a Luminex rep
But
in here, right?
honestly, I think it looks cool. If I'm I think that's a hot watch on a guy. Because
Problem is, it
really,
doesn't
as a
keep your
girl, and this is probably what I'm going to say, Father's Day and, well, really Father's Day is coming up. And this is a great gift. Really?
So that sucker.
What?
That sucker will go 4 years versus 16 days in a Garmin. It'll go 200 meters deep versus 40 meters on a Garmin. So it's definitely a special watch.
40 meters is what a Garmin goes?
40 meters on a Garmin, 200 meters on that watch.
Yeah, that's a big difference. So yeah, it's just more like you said, yours is like a computer, but this is cool. I mean, you got to think about it hanging over the steering wheel of a Chevy, you know what I mean? Because that's really all girls look at anyways. Steering wheel resting here. You know what I mean? And I think it's a good look, so should probably buy it.
When can we expect the watch reel?
Probably this week or next week. We got a lot of content this week, so
we're gonna chill out with it. Well, this concludes Business Casual with Kevin and Lauren. I'm really stoked we're doing this, even if it's a bad first draft. This is gonna be fun.
Me too. Husband and wife projects. Yay.
Yay.
Want to watch our show?
Oh, yeah, let's go watch The Americans, eh?
Yes. The spies probably wear a watch like this.
I bet they do. I wonder if spies are worried about their step count.
Dude, the spies probably actually have to wear something more like this than the Garmins, because if you think of how they can tap into computers and hack things these days, spies, you're going to want the Luminox, not the Garmin.
Yep, I know what you're talking about, Laura. I'm sure everybody else does too.
Just here.
All right, sweetie, I love you.